What's going on YouTube? Today in this video, I will be doing kind of like a strange haircut. Well, it's not actually a strange haircut. It's really a drop fade with dreads. So what I'm actually saying, my client, Denim, you know what I'm saying, he wants to drop fade underneath his dreads. So at the end of the haircut, you will see exactly what I'm trying to tell you, because, you know, it's hard to explain it, but easy to do. So let's just get into this haircut and let's just see what I'm talking about. Let's go. Of course, you guys hear me tell you this in every video. Make sure you comb the client's hair to the direction that he brushes it or comb it. But you know what I'm saying, you have to be very thorough. As I comb my client's hair, I'm looking for, like, you know, indents in his hair, such as, you know what I'm saying, scars, abrasions, sores, or anything like that, because I don't want to run my clippers through his hair and knowing that he has very sensitive skin. But with that being said, man, just take your time and, you know what I'm saying, take care of your client, because you know what I'm saying, your client is valuable. Once a client sit in the chair, just take heed and, you know what I'm saying, just make sure everything is, you know what I'm saying, what it's supposed to be. Big shout out to Jenna, man. You know what I'm saying? He pulled through for that fresh cut. But with that being said, you know, I'm just going to take my number one guard. I'm going to go with the grain, you know what I'm saying, for to make everything even so I can know where I can start my borderline. But with that being said, let's just go and get into the haircut and enjoy it. Now I take my stylecraft instinct. I start to make my first initial guideline. But when I get around the occipital bone, I kind of drop it at the back, because you know what I'm saying, I want it to be like a little heavier at the back, because that's how he asked me to cut his hair. But at the end of the video, you will see what I'm talking about. And no, I didn't accidentally, you know what I'm saying, left too much heavy bulk on the back, because you know what I'm saying, that's how he wanted his haircut. That's why I was telling you guys, it's going to be like a strange drop fade. But it's going to be a little heavier at the back, but you can just tell it's a drop fade. As you notice, I kind of like go down, and I'm going to turn him around and, you know what I'm saying, make sure both sides are even. Then I come in and make my secondary guideline above my first initial guideline. I always go up an inch so I can have enough room to fade, because you know what I'm saying, I do not want to compress no type of fade. I mean, that's the way I've always been cutting. But yeah, I just go up an inch and make sure everything is even all the way around the head, and pretty much it's self-explanatory. So let's just get into it, but remember to always open your blades and go up an inch. Now I'm in my fade down process. Before I even start working on the blend, before I put my number one guard on, opening all of this stuff like that, I just want to work on my blend at the bottom first. I want to start, you know what I'm saying, work on that guideline, because, you know, the guideline is actually the most important thing of the whole haircut process, because you need that right there to guide you to the blending process. So make sure you got your fade in, and make sure you got everything locked in, and other than that, that's when you put the blend on top of the fade. So that's where you see the crispiness of the haircut. But yeah, let's just enjoy the rest of this video, because, you know, I got gems for you guys, man. So yeah, guys, I'm still working on my fade process. Only thing I did, I closed my clippers blades and I started, knock that little bottom line out. But always remember to use your corners. And you can kind of like nitpick at the hair because you can always see the dark areas. That's once when you have to look around, rest your eyes, and come back to the fade, and you'll see a different perspective. But yeah, remember, well, I always work on my, fade process before I move to the next, level. You see how easy that was? I'm done with the fade process. Now I'm working on my blend. So right now I have my number one guard on open, going up to, to the parietal ridge area. And another thing, you want to knock them little hairs down that divides the long hair to the short hair. But I have my number one guard on going up to the parietal ridge area, knocking everything down to make sure it's even. Now I'm on my blend process. The only thing I'm doing right now is just gonna start my blending process down. So let's just get it. Guys, I had to slow this video down for a minute. I just want to show you right here where I drop it at the back. That's why I was saying it's kind of like a weird drop fade, but that's how he wanted it, so that's how I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he got. But with that being said, let's speed the video back up. Still have my one guard on. I just closed it to soften the bottom guideline up because I got to follow up with the zero guard close. But remember to always make sure the hairs are knocked down even before you start the next process. But remember to start using your corners as you get lower with your guards, because the whole guard by itself, you don't want to push that fade up, or you don't want to make any spots in his head. But remember to always use your corners as your guards go smaller. Then I follow up with the zero guard close to take that line out. Well, the zero guard is not going to actually take the whole line out. So, this is where I start telling you guys to start use your corners as the guards get smaller. But you're going to have to still go over the haircut, just make sure everything is even. And adjust your zero guards as needed, because, just by being closed by itself, it's not going to actually really take the line out. It's going to kind of like push the fade up a little bit, but you need to adjust so you can always know to come back and do the detail for, the dark areas. Then I come back with my one guard halfway open, doing a little fine touch up, because I still see some heavy bulk that I need to take down. And remember to always adjust when needed, use your corners when needed, brush the hair so you can just see where the fade laying down it. And big shout out to my dog walking in the background, Bougie. But yeah, let's just get back to the haircut. But you see how I'm dropping the fade at the back? So it's kind of like dark, but it's like a shadowy drop fade, but it's clean though. Don't get me wrong, it's clean. So let's just get back into it. Okay, I take my guards off and have me do a little detail work. Remember to use the corners, man, because remember you don't have no guards on for the, you know what I'm saying, protect the haircut. No more. You just actually just doing detail. And I use about 2 or 3 of my teeth on my blade. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't want to dig in too far and, you know what I'm saying, just make the fade. You know, I don't want to push the fade up at all. But remember to always use your corners, man. That's the most important thing when you're taking your guards off. So let's just get it. Look, man, one thing I like about my tutorials, hey, I don't edit nothing. Whatever I say it. And, if I stumble over my words, I want you guys to actually hear me stumble over my words. Because I know a lot of barbers out there, you know what I'm saying, they prep up for what they about to talk about. But me, I'm just giving it to you raw. Pause on that. But with that being said, let's just jump back into it. What I do, man, you know what I'm saying, I divide the edge up from the long hair, you know what I'm saying, because of course he want that cut down to a number 1 close. Because if I was to just to leave it like that, it'll look weird. Come on now, don't nobody want no thick edge up with a nice fade. So yeah, I comb his hair down, I give him a true 1 close, and you know what I'm saying, I pop the edge up on him and I just send him on his way. So let's just see what we can maintain out of this part right here. Alright guys, there was an ASMR moment for me, man. I just had to just stop and just watch myself cut, man. I mean, I'm watching a video as if I am already on YouTube watching somebody else cut. So that's why I was just watching when I was combing the edge up, spraying the edge up, brushing the edge up. Now let's talk about edging up the edge up. What you want to do, you want to start in the middle and work your way to, you know what I'm saying, his left shoulder, or which is your right. But make sure everything, you know what I'm saying, is even, because you want that line to be so crispy you can put it on the KFC menu. Then I fall back with the enhancements. Now, I just want to let you guys know the enhancements that I'm using, I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can purchase some. So, yeah, remember to always take your time because you don't want to overspray the enhancement because the edge up will look fake. But just take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day, but this haircut was built in a couple of minutes. But yeah, it don't take much to make something look good, man. This how my boy walked in, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Denver for pulling up. But hey, man, I really appreciate you for coming in, for giving me the opportunity to cut your hair. But guys, without further ado, this is the before shot. And this is the after shot. YouTube, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you already subscribed to this channel, man, leave me a thumbs up, man. But with further ado, this is exactly how my boy leaving out. But with that being said, man, I just want you guys to just take your time, look at that edge up, look at that bleed. And on the side of his head, he had like I think that's like a birthmark. So I don't want you guys to say, oh, Black Prince, you left a heavy spot on his head. No, I think that's just a birthmark on his head because remember, before you cut anybody's hair, always remember to analyze the hair. But with that being said, man, I'm glad you guys stuck around long enough to see the transformation. May God bless.
Black Prince, man. Real talk, man. Go follow my nigga. Real talk.